If you're looking to become a dentist or you're about to become one, you may be wondering, is it worth it anymore? In 2025, is it worth it to become a dentist? The hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, inflation's at an all-time high, the economy's different, and the landscape of dentistry isn't what it used to be. I've asked myself the same question, and today I'm going to give you the real answer, not the sugar-coated one. So let's start with the obvious. Dental school is expensive. The average dental school debt of a graduate from dental school is about $300,000, right? That's a lot of money. That's not including what you may have went in debt for undergrad. So in some cases, students are looking to $300,000 over $500,000 in debt. So before, that kind of investment used to guarantee you to have a career that would basically set you up for life. You know, some of the colleagues I work with who are 60 plus years old, when they went to dental school, it was about $10,000. You know what I mean? Undergrad was about $2,000. They were able to work at McDonald's and pay for their schooling. Nowadays, it's just not possible, right? So they came out maybe $15,000 in debt, and they were able to open up a practice and earn six-figure income with, inflation that was a lot lower. And you basically were set, right? You were able to live a decent life, send your kids to school, go on vacations all the time, and pretty much not have to worry about anything. Today, I think the average income you need is like $250,000 just to be considered good, safe, average. That's not prospering, right? So here's the real question. Is it worth it? Well, it's gonna depend a lot on you, more now than it ever has. What's going to separate you from being a prosperous dentist to one that is just going to get by is understanding the job that you're getting into, which unfortunately I'm seeing more and more dental students not really knowing what dental school is all about. They usually are just the type A, high achiever, really good at academia, don't find medicine to be fascinating, think, oh, I can just do dental school, it's less time, I'll be able to get out, the lifestyle's so much better. And what ends up happening is they graduate and realize, oh, I'm actually in a business where I have to deal with people, and I actually don't like dealing with people. And why aren't people just giving me their money and agreeing with everything that I'm saying? This is absurd. So just to get to the answer, is it worth it? Well, it's going to depend a lot on your mindset, the guidance that you get, and the clarity you have about the field before you get into it. So here's what dental school is going to teach you. It's going to teach you basically how to fix teeth. But the reality of it is, when you get into the real world, you're in the people business, right? And though we aren't salesmen, right? We're not selling products. We're not selling solar panels and things like that. What we are selling is ourselves. Whether you like it or not, when you get that degree and you go out here and you start to practice and the patient is coming to see Dr. So-and-so, you are selling yourself, right? Patients are gonna come to you if they trust you, if they like you, if they think that you know what you're talking about, if you're confident, and if you just understand the psychology around their fears, why they may be fearful, and how to just cut through to every person and build rapport. It's also going to depend on your ability to lead a team. Dentistry, even more so than medicine, is a super team-oriented profession. You have lab technicians, you have dental assistants, you have a front desk, you have an office manager, you have maybe a business partner, right, who's doing your accounting. It's a lot of hands in one pot just to make one patient happy. So here's what makes it worth it for me. If you're someone that is not opposed to being in a hospitality type of, or a customer service type of environment, which as dentists, that's what we're doing. We're giving a service to our patients. Maybe you worked at a restaurant when you were, coming up in high school or in college, and you're used to seeing people and waiting tables and basically giving people a great experience. If you're someone that understands this, if you had experience in the dental industry, whether you shadowed a dentist or assisted a dentist, and you know that you want to be a general dentist, go out there. If you get the proper training and mentorship from those that are having success, you really can have a prosperous career, right? And it's not going to be easy. Dentistry is stressful. As you know, the statistics that dentists have high suicide rates. Well, that's because, like I said, you're dealing with people, right? You're dealing with so many energies and emotions, and it can be very isolating. right? You're trying to do the best for your patients, and sometimes there's so much going on, there's so much to juggle and balance. It could get pretty stressful, right? But if you know what you're doing, you're able to navigate it properly, you can have a great career. Like myself, I'm at 30 years old, making over $420,000 in annual income. And that's without owning a practice. I don't place implants. I don't do crazy procedures, full mouth procedures. If you know what pocket to get into, you can do really well, right? So for me, it really is worth it if you're able to earn an income that places you in the top 1% of all people, right? Which at the age of 30 is around $400,000. So that's when I think it's worth it, because nowadays dentistry itself isn't gonna make you rich, right? You're not gonna be a millionaire off of, being the owner doctor, you're the only one there pumping. You're gonna have to create systems, you're gonna have to scale up, you're gonna have to own multiple practices, right, to make millions of dollars. But to make $400,000+ a year really does set you up, right? Because I'm able to invest heavily into things like my 401k, into other options, and get into real estate. So to me, dentistry really sets you up as a launching pad to get into other endeavors that eventually will make you wealthy. And I think that if you are in dental school right now, or if you are going into dental school, you should be going in with the mentality that I'm not here to basically do this for the rest of my life. You don't want to be the dentist that's practicing until you're 66. I mean, what's the whole point, right? You want to be able to set yourself up in this career so by the time you're 40 years old, 45 years old, you could walk away if you wanted to. All right, so that's my take on that. Hope I helped. Please like, comment, subscribe. If there's any questions you guys have, please just drop them in the comment section below. You can download my free dentist playbook that just gets you to, ask the right questions and gives you a little bit of breakdown of how to navigate this field. And feel free to also join my free school community where I'll be doing more exclusive content. So peace. Thank you.